Welcome to Jungfraujoch, also known as the top of Europe and Switzerland's most iconic destinations. From jaw-dropping views to unique experiences at the summit, today we are here to find out if Jungfraujoch is worth the hype and whether you should include it as a must-do list when you are visiting Switzerland. Let's go! There are three main ways to reach Jungfraujoch, but the final leg of your journey would be the same, where you board the iconic Jungfrau Railway from Eiger Gletscher. How you choose to get to Eiger Gletscher is up to you. The first option is to take the Eiger Express cable car from Grindelwald Terminal Station to Eiger Gletscher, and from there you'll hop onto the Jungfraubahn to the summit. This is the quickest journey that takes only 1 hour. The second option is to take the Wengener Elbbahn from Lauterbrunnen up to Wengen and then connect through Kleinschneideck to reach Jungfraujoch. The journey takes a bit longer, 1 hour and 20 minutes, but you'll be rewarded with some of the most beautiful views. The third option is to take the Wengener Elbbahn from Grindelwald Main Station to Kleinschneideck, then transfer to the train up to Eiger Gletscher to reach Jungfraujoch. The entire journey takes 1 hour and 10 minutes. This is what I recommend doing if you have the time. Take the Eiger Express up, spend about 4 to 5 hours in Jungfraujoch. When you buy your ticket, 2 hours is the typical recommended time to spend here, but taking into consideration the high crowds and queues to take photos, I would say about 4 to 5 hours is ideal to truly experience everything that Jungfraujoch has to offer. On your return journey, come back down via Kleinschneideck and Lauterbrunnen. That way you'll get the best of both worlds with speed and scenery. The train ride from Kleinschneideck down to Grindelwald treats you to sweeping alpine views and the iconic Eiger North Face unfolding before your eyes as you descend. Now let's talk about where to stay. If you're looking for a base, Grindelwald is a fantastic option. It's central, incredibly picturesque, and super convenient, especially if you're taking the Eiger Express. I checked into Hotel KREUZ and Post in Grindelwald. The location is unbeatable with less than 5 minutes walk away from the train and bus station. I stayed in one of their panorama suites designed in a beautiful loft style with floor-to-ceiling windows that offer stunning views of the Eiger Mountain right outside your window. The hotel also features a rooftop spa with an outdoor terrace that you can wind down after a full day of mountain adventures. The restaurant offers an exceptional dining experience with seasonal menus that change every month. I highly recommend staying overnight as it gives you a head start on the morning crowds, and trust me, that makes a huge difference. Mornings at Hotel KREUZ and Post start with a hearty breakfast against the majestic mountain landscape from the terrace to start your day right. The Eiger Express is a tri-cable gondola that whisks you from Grindelwald Terminal up to Eiger Gletscher Station in just 15 minutes. This modern lift gives you sweeping alpine panoramas of the Eiger North Face on the left and views of Grindelwald and Mannlichen on your right. Once you arrive at Eiger Gletscher Station, you're just one stop away from boarding the iconic Jungfrau Railway into the heart of the top of Europe. The striking architecture of the Eiger Gletscher Station, both inside and out, makes it a perfect photo stop before continuing your alpine adventure. After living in Switzerland for 3 years, I finally came to do the one thing that everyone expects you to do. It might come as a surprise, but people in my community, both locals and expats, have also never been to Jungfraujoch. It is often seen as a once-in-a-lifetime stop reserved for tourists, rather than something locals and long-term residents consider doing. So today, I am taking one for the team, heading up to the top of Europe to see if this iconic mountain excursion is actually worth it.
Midway, the train pauses at IJsselmeer station for about 5 minutes, where passengers can step out to marvel at the sweeping glacier views through a panoramic window. IJsselmeer station is an underground stop carved right into the heart of the Eiger mountain, where you can enjoy an incredible view of the IJsselmeer glacier. After a 30 minutes train ride, we have finally arrived at the top of Europe. Welcome to Jungfraujoch. At 3,454 meters above sea level, this is the highest railway station in Europe. Right next to the entrance is Europe's highest altitude post office, which allows you to send postcards from the summit. And don't forget to stamp your Jungfrau travel guide at the stamp station nearby. Before you start on your adventure, there are lockers available for your bags, but be sure to bring your layers with you. The Jungfrau Panorama 360 Cinema is a 4-minute immersive experience that gives you a breathtaking bird's eye view of the surrounding alpine world without ever leaving the building. In just a few minutes, you'll be taken on a virtual journey over glaciers, steep rock faces, and snowy peaks, making it a great first stop to set the tone for your visit to the top of Europe. After a short elevator ride from Jungfraujoch station, you'll reach the Sphinx Observatory. Perched at 3,571 meters above sea level, this is the highest railway station in Europe. As one of the world's highest observatories, it boasts a public observation deck accessible year-round, offering 360 panoramic views of the Eiger, Monk, Jungfrau Peaks, and the Alleged Glacier. The Alleged Glacier, part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Jungfrau Alleged, is the longest glacier in the Alps, stretching over 22 kilometers. This majestic river of ice winds its way through the Bernese Alps and serves as a breathtaking reminder of the region's natural wonders. At the Snow Fun Park, you'll find a variety of exciting activities right on the Alleged Glacier. You can try zip lining across the glacier, to snow tubing, skiing, and snowboarding all year round. The Alpine Sensation is a 250-meter multimedia corridor that connects the Sphinx Hall to the Ice Palace. Your journey starts from the Edelweiss display and a giant snow globe. ride the moving walkway, light, sound, and visuals tell the story of the visionaries and workers behind the construction of the Jungfrau Railway. Along the way, commemorative plaques pay tribute to the miners, creating a moving and immersive experience that blends history with emotion. The Ice Palace is a magical experience carved deep inside the Aletsch Glacier itself. Wander through shimmering tunnels and sculptures entirely made of ice. Everything from eagles, bears, to penguins and chairs frozen in time. It's kept at a chilly -3 all year round, so be sure to bring a jacket. Located just outside the Jungfraujoch station, the open-air area plateau lets you walk on snow surrounded by the breathtaking peaks of the Bernese Alps. It's the perfect spot to take in the crisp mountain air, snap photos with the iconic Swiss flag, and feel the full majesty of being 3,454 meters above sea level. Just be sure to wear sturdy shoes as the snow can be slippery even in summer.
Wow, the line is super long. The iconic photo up here is actually just this. Honestly, I think it's not that cold if you move around, but if you don't move around standing in line, it's gonna be super cold. Shall we go? Go.
Before we head back indoors, there's one activity at Jungfraujoch that I didn't do, which is the hike. As a beginner to hiking myself, without the right equipment like hiking snow boots, hiking poles, and a good level of fitness to handle the altitude and terrain, I didn't feel it was safe and I wouldn't recommend it to fellow Southeast Asians where high altitude glacier hiking isn't common. I'll only recommend doing this if you're fully prepared with a guide and the right gear. Shopping at Jungfraujoch offers the perfect chance to take home a piece of Switzerland, from Swiss watches to the iconic Lindt chocolate. Visit the Lindt Swiss Chocolate Heaven, the highest Lindt chocolate shop in the world. Enjoy a variety of dining options at Jungfraujoch, from casual cafes to full-service restaurants with stunning mountain views.
This is the most expensive Shin ramen you can eat in Switzerland. $9.50 for the Maggi mee, $4.50 for the hot water, and $1.50 for the baguette. You can just buy your cup ramen at like $1 at Co-op or Migros and bring it up and maybe pay for hot water. Wow, but the Koreans here are eating it up for breakfast, lunch and dinner. We just found out from the cashier that a lot Korean tour groups have the Shin Ramyeon included in their ticket. So it's technically complimentary for all Koreans who come up to Jungfraujoch. That is so interesting. But for anyone else, would you pay this amount to eat Shin Ramyeon at Jungfraujoch? It's probably the most beautiful view you would ever get, but... So, is Jungfraujoch worth it? In my opinion, what makes this place special isn't just the views, but the real value lies in how many activities is being packed in one destination. It's not like any other mountain with just a viewpoint on top. You can easily spend half a day or the entire day exploring everything that Jungfraujoch has to offer. As someone who came from a country where it doesn't snow, I know how magical it is to see snow for the very first time, not to mention with this kind of views. As a place that snows all year round, you can also engage in winter activities. Add to that the Ice Palace, a lean chocolate shop at the top of Europe. It's basically a Swiss starter pack. That said, it does come with a price. You could argue that it wraps up so many iconic Swiss experiences in one place. That it might just justify the cost, especially if your time in Switzerland is limited. But as a long-term resident or a Swiss, you might have seen your fair share of mountains and might prefer something that is off the beaten path, especially if you don't like the crowds and you can get easily overwhelmed by them. Personally, I feel that it is worth seeing Jungfraujoch once in your life because there's no one destination in Switzerland that is quite the same. Each place has its own unique charm and Jungfraujoch is no exception. However, if you are a budget traveller and would like to skip Jungfraujoch, I can do a separate video on its own recommending you places that won't break the bank. So whether you're a first-time visitor or someone who have just lived here for years and just never made the trip, Jungfraujoch may surprise you. And yes, it may be very touristic, but sometimes popular destinations are popular for a reason. So with that, I conclude my visit to Jungfraujoch. Let me know what you think in the comments and I'll see you in my next video.